Hi, I'm Addy Saucedo, creator of the podcast planner and host of Modern Vintage Radio, and I'm here to help you start your first podcast episode. You've chosen a topic, created a plan, committed to yourself and your audience that you're going to start a podcast. And if you've never recorded yourself before, it could be a little intimidating, but don't worry, it gets easier every single time. And to get started, it just takes some basic knowledge on the gear you need and how to use it. Here's a podcasting kit to get you started. The Focusrite Scarlett 2i2. A microphone stand, headphones, a computer to record the audio. It could be Mac or PC, a recording application such as GarageBand or Audacity, XLR cables to connect the microphone to the interface, and in the end, a podcast hosting company to upload your audio and syndicate it out to the world. Now that you've gathered your podcasting kit, you need a quiet room to record that podcast in. Then it's time to plug in your audio interface to your computer. Attach your microphone to your boom arm or your mic stand. Connect the XLR cable into your audio interface into input 1. As you record your podcast, you want to be able to hear how you're coming through the microphone. This is where you plug in your headphones into the audio interface and be sure that you have direct monitoring on. Open your chosen recording application such as Audacity and create a new session. Be sure to name it something that is relevant to your show and add a date. And be sure to save it on a location you'll remember, such as your desktop or a dedicated folder of your podcast. In your recording software, make sure your interface is chosen for the input and output device in your recording application. Just choose the name of your interface, such as the Scarlett 2i2. Next, you're going to need to adjust the gain setting on your audio interface to be sure your levels are loud enough but not too loud. On a Focusrite Scarlett or Claret, it is very easy to set your level with the gain halos. Turn the gain knob clockwise while speaking into the mic, and when it glows red, turn it back counterclockwise just until it doesn't glow red anymore. That's about perfect audio level, not too loud and not too soft. Now that you have all of your equipment set up properly, it's time to hit record. But before you do that, I have a couple tips to share with you. Tip number 1, take a deep breath. And while you take a deep breath, think about the experience that you're going to give your audience, the topic that you're trying to go for. And try to picture your best friend sitting right across from you when you record your podcast episode. Tip number 2, have a bottle or a glass of water ready. You want to avoid milky drinks or sugary drinks. Tip number 3, be aware of how far or how close you are to the microphone. The response of the microphone and what your audience hears is very different between the two. Now you're ready to record your podcast. Remember to hit record, and when you're done recording, remember to hit stop. You now have the option to edit your podcast episode or upload it as is. Now that you have your audio file ready for others to listen to, you're going to need to export the audio out of that software so that you can upload it to a podcast hosting company. When using Audacity, click the File menu, hover over the Export, choose Export as MP3. Choose where you would like to save the file. Under bitrate mode, select Constant. Under Quality, select 128 kilobits per second, and click on the Save button. If you have a music podcast, consider upping the bitrate. Now that you've exported your episode, it's time to share it with the world. But in order to do that, you need to upload the episode to a podcast hosting company, such as Simplecast. The process of uploading your episode to Simplecast is very easy. They give you tools on not only how to add the details of your episode, but show notes, a website to go along with that episode, recast, and a lot more tools for your podcast. If you need any help on that front, be sure to click on the chat box at simplecast.com. And if you need help with your audio interface, head over to Focusrite.com for more information, support articles, and videos. I hope you have found this video helpful. Thank you for watching.